Need for Speed has been renewed for a Season 2, bringing all new cars, game modes, and updates to progression. Criterion has delegated a smaller team to the game this time around, exploring its viability as a live service for their second year. Also this week, FromSoftware released a gameplay trailer for their much-anticipated Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, showing off new characters, bosses, and abilities to explore. This expansion was made in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, who seems to be doing everything in his power to avoid finishing Winds of Winter. Today on the show, we'll be discussing our thoughts on both of these franchises and much more, so kick back, relax, and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Let's get into it. Apparently, they've been cleared for a second year, and they're doing the same thing, so we're going to get 2 new cars, one major mode, and a new speed pass with every volume every 3 months.
Wait, is this Unbound?
Yeah, this is Unbound.
I forgot that game existed.
Exactly, and
Wow.
The main thing that I had a problem with Need for Speed. Have you ever played it?
Nah.
Or did you ever get to? Okay, well, the main thing about Need for Speed that I've always liked is just leveling up one car, watching this car get faster and faster, and then by the time you get to in game, your car is keeping up. I'm not saying it's keeping up with hyper cars, but it's pretty competitive.
Right.
But the main thing with Unbound is that you can get your a regular, just say the BMW that you got from Most Wanted. Let's just take that for example. You can engine swap that car and it will have a top speed of over 200, but that's nothing. That doesn't compare when most of the tracks that are S-Class are just highway races. So they group up the tracks or the races in different classes. So A, S, B, D, and you can tweak your car to fit certain classes. But when you do that, when you go through so many cars and you rank them up and you get all the upgrades, some of those cars are just not going to be viable in those S-Class races because most of the tracks are just on the highway. And I remember when me and Ghost were playing the Koenigsegg, every time you would play online, somebody would have that Koenigsegg, and I swear to God, it did not matter how far ahead you were or how bad of a driver that person was. They could crash 10 times, and I promise you, they're going to catch you within in mere seconds. That's how fast that car was. And it carried on for so long that I actually just took my interest out of the game. So I just stopped playing after a while. But I'm interested in seeing what the second year is going to be, because they said they're going to try and optimize the game for the community. So I'm guessing it's going to be community-led development, similar to the way that Battlefield 4 used to have, community-made maps where they vote on what they want. So
is it just for new stuff, or are they talking about balancing stuff community-led as well?
They were talking about just they didn't really specify in the article. I didn't see that, but it sounded like, just from what I was reading, that it was just going to be maybe we can vote on some cars, maybe.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
I got you.
But it seemed also in this season they're going to try and take things from other games, older Need for Speeds. Man, I can't even remember the names of the other ones. There's so many, the Most Wanted and Shift, and not necessarily saying they're picking those, but they're just taking elements from different Need for Speeds and adding them into this one.
Okay.
And they're saying they're trying to make this, they're trying to have this Need for Speed just incorporate everything. So we'll see. I was bored within 3 months. Or probably less than that, honestly.
You said less than what?
I said I was bored within 3 months, and probably less than that.
Oh.
Because it's just, what's the point in racing if I'm going to get beat anyway when I see that Koenigsegg? Bro, I raced a perfect race one time, and the guy driving the Koenigsegg crashed dozens of times. He still caught me at the end.
They've got to have stats for that, yeah, like race stats, so they know for balancing purposes, like how often this certain car wins races.
Yeah, but I'm saying by the time that I got to that, they got to that point, I was done.
Right.
Like they didn't fix it in time. But yeah.
Well, at least it's getting new stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. If it's even worth paying attention to. You had some stuff on Elden Ring. What happened this week with them?
Yeah, got the new DLC coming out. It is coming out June 20th, and it is $40. Shadow of the Erdtree. And the new area, they say, is larger than Limgrave, the starting area, so it's going to be pretty massive. I mean, the map was already huge.
I'm about to say, wasn't the map already big?
Yeah, Miyazaki said it's going to be larger than Limgrave in the base game.
And I think they said surface area or something.
Yeah, a surface area. Wise.
And not counting what's underground.
True. They said it's going to be denser and richer. So you'll have, like, instead of a lot of empty space, you'll have more things, more condensed. So it's going to be a lot of...
How are they able...
1.5, I tell you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
How are they able to push out this quality this quick? Like, how are you going to make another map that's even denser and larger than the one you originally created?
They 100% developed them at the same time.
No, it's not larger than the entire game, just the Limgrave area.
Okay.
Okay, no, you're thinking too big. It's still huge. It's still huge, but no, not the entire map. It's just Limgrave.
Okay. I also read that George R.R. Martin wrote the lore for this game. He needs to get his tail back on Winds of Winter. We need to know how.
I'm telling you, that's not gonna happen. The thing is, even if you write that book, he needs to write another one. It's not even the last one. There's no way. Like, no disrespect, but that man is too old. He's gonna die before that happens.
Oh god.
Exactly. Because I did think about that. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's another book that's gonna have to be written. There's no need in keep asking him, because he most likely is gonna pass away before we even get to the ending, which sucks. I will never forgive those two idiots for ruining one of the greatest TV shows to ever grace HBO.
Don't remind me.
I've been wanting to go back and watch that show, but just knowing how it ended, really, like,
No, there's no need.
There's just no need. I almost didn't start watching what's that prequel? The name of the
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I almost did not start watching that, but I was actually that was pretty good.
That is good.
Yeah. We also, let's see. The PlayStation 5 Pro. Some industry analysts said they were expecting that to hit this year. What do you guys think about that? Sony is acting like PlayStation 5 is like we're on the end of its cycle.
I feel like, in my opinion, it's too early. It's only been just over 3 years.
Has it just been?
PlayStation 4 Pro.
Well, it released during COVID because there was a shortage. That's why there was a low supply.
I think that's also what's skewing a lot of people's
perception.
Yeah.
Perception of time, because that time was really weird. And also it's just. Yeah, it feels like this generation, all we've gotten is just sequels of games that have already established. We haven't really gotten any brand new IPs. So that's why it just feels so weird at this point.
I don't think it's too soon.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, if the technology's there that they can make, like, noticeable improvement, I'd say go for it.
I mean, but they already released it's not that long. They just released the PS5 Slim.
Oh, I forgot all about. But did they do any hardware improvements for that?
I don't remember. I think they did some minor ones, but
okay.
Let's be honest. The original one, the Slim, is basically like a normal size one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't really see.
The original is huge, man. The wings and everything. It has a lot of unused space in it. So.
Yeah, it's very different from when the PlayStation 2 launched and then the PlayStation 2 Slim came out. Like that's a major difference. Like you can obviously tell like which one was a Slim. I can't tell which one's a Slim for this PlayStation 5. I don't think I
remember now when they did the Slim, didn't they make it so you could swap out add a disk drive later, or is that just the upgraded?
Oh yeah, I think that's is that the upgraded one, right?
I can't remember.
Because it's like a detachable physical.
Yeah, you can detach the plate on the side and put one on.
I think that was the Slim one. It'd be nice if you could attach a disk drive to the original ones.
I think the only advantage of the PS5 Pro is game developers making video games that can push the performance of the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Yeah, because a lot of the time was spent on releases that came out on both gens. So.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think it was a waste.
Yeah, so I'll say that's an advantage, but I mean that's only if the PS5 Pro is a big difference compared to the original PS5.
What would you say? Go ahead, sorry.
No, that's yeah, I mean.
I was just saying, like, what kind of improvements do you think would warrant getting a Pro version over PlayStation 5? I'm guessing higher frame rate?
Yeah, and storage amount, because I remember on the because I bought the PlayStation 4 Pro, and the PlayStation 4 Pro had more storage space compared to the original PlayStation 4.
It had a terabyte, right? Or is that how much was it? Oh, okay. I love my Pro, man. Such a good system. It was still working perfectly when I sold it.
I know, but it comes to a point where games like Resident Evil Village, it would make so much noise on PlayStation 4 Pro.
Really?
Yeah, Resident Evil Village, it did.
You dust your room.
No, it's because I feel like games like that wasn't made for to be played on PlayStation 4 Pro. Obviously, I switched to PlayStation 5, and obviously I noticed a big difference. Like PlayStation 4 Pro, like just the loading times. Like, do you remember how long loading time was for Red Dead Redemption 2? Just loading the game.
Yes, I do remember that. Oh my god!
Even with the Pro, it was really slow.
Yeah, exactly. It was really slow. Man, I'm still waiting on 60 FPS at least for Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, come on! You know they did it for the original one. I'm like, why would you? Huey, I need you to get out these net. Why are you being so negative?
I don't think they're gonna go back to in regards to support Resident Evil. Red Dead Redemption 2. I think they said they stopped with the support. So
I'm just asking for one thing, Rockstar. I know you're not good with the community, but I'm just asking one time. Just 60 FPS. That's it. Then you can let it die after that.
Would you think they should add to the PlayStation 5 Pro that's not already on the PlayStation 5?
I don't think they need to necessarily add anything. I mean, they can put more storage. The storage is already fast, but just performance. I feel like if they can manage to get like the majority of games quality mode to hit 60 FPS, that'd be great. Because a lot of them, when you do quality, you're at 30. I don't know if they could.
Game.
I know, but I'm saying well. I get that, but at the same time, it's also because of the limited performance. I mean,
what does Helldivers run on PC? Like, what's the max you can get without it crashing?
Well, you shouldn't be asking me. Helldivers runs great for me though.
Okay. Drake, what's the max FPS refresh rate that you can?
I do not know right now.
Okay.
Right now, if it's actually set to 60, because I had like some problems right now. I don't know if it's because of the patch. Just like before, I didn't.
Okay.
Like, right now, like I can feel it.
I was easily getting 120 dropping. With everything maxed at 1440p.
I would get a Pro if it would push Helldivers to 120.
I mean, the Helldivers performs great to me, other than the crashing.
Yeah. Have they talked about fixing? Because yours was a graphics card issue, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll be, because I still see reports on Reddit about my particular graphics card series, the 7000.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if it's gonna have to be AMD doing something, or if the devs for Helldivers can do something to help out with that. I've seen a lot of it has gotten better, like much better, but I still occasionally get hard crashes.
Man, that sucks. We need you on the front lines.
Hey, I played like 3 missions and I didn't crash.
That's true.
So it's getting better.
It's just now we don't know how long we have you. He could go in any moment.
But no, I think just performance. I don't think they need to necessarily add like bells and whistles or anything like that. I think if they can just get more performance, squeeze as much performance out as possible. And if, like you said, noise is a problem, then maybe make the cooling more efficient so it'll be quieter. I don't know.
Yeah, I would buy it for that. Absolutely.
Just depends on the price.
Yeah, that's true too. If they could bump up like refresh rates, absolutely, I'd buy that. I'd sell mine in a heartbeat. But anybody else have anything they wanted to add
about that topic or a new one?
Yeah, that topic.
Oh no, I'm done with that.
Okay. You can go ahead with yours. I was gonna go with one.
I was just gonna say Baldur's Gate is supposed to be adding official mod support.
I heard about this.
Now you won't have to worry about it breaking. Well, once they get that set up, you wouldn't have to worry about every patch breaking mods and people having to like fix their mods so it works with the latest update. And
that's great.
They're hoping to do cross-platform mods, so even on consoles you'll be able to mod.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that'd be great.
How would I guess would it be like preset mods like they used to do for Bethesda?
It'll I don't know exactly how to work, but I'm assuming they're talking about curating a list. So it could be like presets, but it could also just be like an online service. You know how Deep Rock uses their own thing? I forget what it's called, but you can just do it from within the game. And I think
similar to Ready or Not.
Exactly. You can do it within the game. It's just like I don't know how they integrate it, but I think they might do it that way, where it doesn't necessarily have to be a limited list, but I'm sure they will curate it to some extent, so you can see all the most popular ones.
Okay.
But no, that sounds good. I mean, modding's also always a good thing to have. It's like free content.
Yeah, basically. And also you can see just how deviant the fan base is.
Oh yeah,
well.
Of course. Yes. I wonder what they got planned for my sweet Shadowheart.
Oh my god.
Trust me.
Moving on. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is coming. Be released for consoles and PC on March 14th. Includes all original bonus content and supports cross-platform play for up to 64 players. Also includes all original single-player campaigns. Also supports local 2-player split screen. I don't really care about that anymore because I don't want nobody coming to my house breathing up in my face.
Oh my gosh.
You got trophies and achievements. I am excited for this. You and me have spent many hours upon hours playing this game.
Oh yeah.
Playing Conquest. I really enjoyed the space battles in this game, driving a ship into the other opposing ship's team and taking down their shields from the inside.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was the best part about that game. They don't make them like they used to. Has anybody played like the up-to-date Battlefront? Has anybody played them extensively to know?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't either.
It just didn't feel the same.
You're right.
EA put their stink on it, and then I just didn't care anymore.
It felt more like a Star Wars skin over like a Battlefield game or a COD game or something.
That's true. And then once they said we wanted to give players a sense of pride and accomplishment, I think I was done with that. Yeah.
But how much is it? Is it 30, 40? I forget.
I do not know. Huey, can you give us a price on the Classic Collection? We got any Bloodborne? Yeah, Battlefront Classic Collection.
$35 right now. It is $28.
Oh, nice.
But it's Aspire, the same people who did the Tomb Raider remaster. So
okay.
They did a good job with that. So hoping we'll get some
hoping
nice,
for the best.
Yeah, little updates.
I think it's good that they're putting it back online too. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's the biggest part because I can just play the classic right now. I actually played a little bit before. Once I heard that it was getting launched, I was like, let me hop back in here. I played a little bit on Steam. But no, that's the biggest part is just the servers because there's still like community hosted servers, but now everyone's gonna go out of their way to get into those or whatever, and that's not available on console either. So it would be nice to have a larger player base. Although I do remember the couple times we jumped online way back in the day. My goodness, it was just rolling and grenades.
Yeah,
everyone was rolling and throwing grenades non-stop.
I find it surprising because I think this is one of the few times that PlayStation has released a classic game that's online. Because usually the classic games are offline.
Is this the first one that we know of that has been made online? That they turned the service back on for, basically?
It could be one.
There's got to be others, but I can't think of anything. So maybe it is uncommon.
Usually in the retro collection or a classic game, they'll never online support. They never allow online support. So
that's true because that costs money to run those servers, and I'm pretty sure Yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's been a lot of hype for this game, so it's probably worth it.
We'll see. Because it's a massive fan base, that's why.
Yeah, it has a massive fan base. Yeah, exactly. Let's hope for some more classics. There are some remakes I really want done. Like there are so many great games that came out, like for the original PlayStation and PlayStation 2. There's just a pool of money just sitting there, waiting to be exploited.
I think it just depends on the demand of whether the game was popular when it was first released. I think that's the only way they'll determine it.
And all you gotta do is go to Google, type the top 10 games that were made for PlayStation Remake. That's it. It don't take much. Literally, a quick Google search, and there you go. Your pool of
and it depends if the developer is still active. Because some developers are shut down. So
here you go with that negativity again.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth though, because the developer's no longer around, and they was the one who developed the game. Then they can't release.
I guess, Huey. I guess.
I don't know. I think it's still possible.
We got any Bloodborne fans in here?
Never played it.
You know what? I would call myself a fan, even though I never played it on my. I want it on PC because I never played it on PlayStation. Like I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. It pisses me off that it's not on PC. So I call myself a fan. I want that remaster on PC.
Yeah, well, the creator said a remake is not out of the question. He says a title we hold very dear. But they just can't do that without Sony's permission because it does belong to Sony. But he's saying it's most likely it would be nice to do it on a next-gen console, similar to the way that they did Demon Souls, like for PlayStation 5. It did come out for PlayStation 5, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be a great game to cap. Like if they did, PlayStation 6, that would be a great game to bring up to par. And man,
that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, until then, he said just enjoy the Elden Ring DLC. Y'all getting enough.
Right.
Stop complaining.
Yeah, stop complaining. You're getting plenty of content.
Oh wait, something I thought of real quick. I just remembered. Speaking of Elden Ring, did you know that FromSoftware became the sole owner of the IP?
Really?
Yeah. It used to be Bandai Namco and them, but now it's just From.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I guess they bought them out. Bought their shares or whatever, I guess.
That's the way to go.
Then they can do with that whatever they want. Forget
exactly. I'm like, get out from underneath these greedy corporations. Rocksteady, I'm looking at you. There are more people playing Helldivers 1 than your game. If this isn't a wake-up call, I don't know what is at this point. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. I would not be wearing any Rocksteady merch. I'm not telling you I'm a developer at this point.
People wear Rocksteady merch.
I'm talking about the developers. I would not wear my company shirt outside of the office. Like, absolutely not. Helldivers 2 is kicking these filthy squatters. I was a filthy squatter because I didn't really realize that when I put my PlayStation in rest mode, it still kept me in the game. So I like to apologize to the resistance.
Cal, we need to talk.
You didn't know. That's different.
Yeah, I didn't know. But now I am doing my sworn duty. I manually close the game. But now
he shuts off the main breaker in his house just to confirm.
Just to confirm for democracy and for freedom. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing always. You know, players are leaving their consoles overnight. And like I said, you put your game in rest mode. Even the people they didn't really realize you put your game in rest mode still keeps you in. But it's already out. It's ready to go. Yeah.
They're kicking people, and they increased it to 700,000.
Yes. Yes. Have you guys had? I haven't had any problems getting online this weekend. So
no, I didn't.
It's been great. Yeah.
No issues.
Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, and Sea of Thieves all coming to PlayStation this year. Mostly excited about the Sea of Thieves.
Wait,
coming.
Grounded is coming too?
Yes.
Okay.
April 16th. For PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Switch on April 16th. Hi-Fi Rush will be coming to PlayStation 5 on March 19th.
Is Grounded going to have crossplay?
Did not read that. Somebody can check real quick. Huey, that being you.
Repeat again.
Pentiment, which is like a historical role-playing game, murder mystery made by Obsidian. I think that's what the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's coming to.
Okay.
That's coming February 22nd. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Switch. And Sea of Thieves will be coming April 30th. So about a week after.
These are all pretty soon. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I was thinking later in the year, honestly. Bring them all. Just bring them.
This is great. I love it.
I ain't lying. Now, PlayStation. We need more fighters for the Resistance. We need to open the doors for Xbox.
Are you going there? Okay.
We need the Code Red Mountain Dew drinkers on the front lines. We need them.
Oh, Lord.
I'm begging you, open the gates. Them boys are begging for something good to play. They've been let down for many years. It's just time. PlayStation is not consumer friendly. I love the console and the games that we get to play, but man, learn to share.
Grounded will have crossplay. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna be playing that when it comes out. Hopefully we'll have some more people in the group playing that.
Well, that's all I had in my notes. Anybody else got anything to add?
Not right now, no.
Let me see. Oh, the Sons of the Forest 1.0 release.
Oh, okay. Drake, I know you played that on when it first you played early access, right?
I played right when it came out, yeah.
Okay, how was it?
It was like the game itself, towards performance wise, it was good, but like you could feel instantly like the map was empty, lots of stuff was missing, the story basically not existing. So you could say it was not a good game.
Oh, okay.
Like, you could even see it in the patches. Like the game came out, like after 2 weeks they patched in some stuff like new building options, a new climber, whatever. Like you couldn't have added that already. You know what I mean? Like you could feel that they pushed that game out and they knew it was not finished because they instantly added stuff after like 2 weeks. Like those were not. Yeah.
What was the point of even doing early access then? Like if you're just.
To be honest, that's what I'm saying. They were probably just pushing the game out because for whatever reason, maybe investors.
You think it's just to get community feedback?
Possibly.
Could be some of it, yeah. But these patch notes are. I was just gonna say these patch notes are long. There's a lot of stuff they added.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it was
I'll
exactly
mention a few. There's a new alternate ending, new cutscenes, new voice acting, new environmental tweaks and updates, proximity chat, new.
That's always terrifying.
New mutants. But yeah, no, it's a lot. I can't read this list. It's so much, but there's some of the interesting ones that I found.
The reason I could not get into I got so annoyed with the first one was because I would spend so much time making my barricade just for them to spawn a mutant in the middle of my. I'm like, what's the point of me spending all these time cutting down these trees, building this fortress, just for you to spawn a mutant inside? Yeah. And then I gotta hear growling in my ear while I'm trying to get some work done.
I played this game entirely, like the second one. I played it on my own entirely, like for 30 hours. They didn't spawn inside. That was a plus point, but they spawned all the time. Like.
Okay.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like it because it's like, there was like this mechanic which they said like, if you have like a mask on or like you rub yourself in with like mud or so, they don't attack you and stuff.
Oh.
But it's kind of like once you go into like caves and you start killing people or like kill here one, and like I was constantly getting attacked at a certain point. And I was like, I'm just building my house. And I built a massive one. Like,
I know the first one had like those little you can make like those little cultist sticks with like their head on top of it to like deter them from coming. They still came there. They didn't even pay attention to that stick.
I also have that in the second game. It didn't really help.
Oh my god, they need to fix that. But all right.
But to be honest, I didn't play it since release, so I don't know if it's better now.
Okay. I will pick it up eventually. It is not a priority at this point. Anybody else have anything? I know Huey had some, but X, did you have anything?
No, I don't have anything. I'm gonna dip out here.
Okay. Well, thanks for showing up.
Yep, I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you. Huey, what else you got for me?
Okay, the topics of fun this week. To Helldivers 2, there's the new patch that you mentioned previously. So they've added the server load up to 700,000 people
Yep.
at any given time.
Yep.
The purpose of removing inactive players is to allow players that are waiting to join, so it therefore reduces queue times to join the game.
Yeah, I've been loading straight in now. I haven't even hit a queue.
Yeah, I'm so thankful for that, because like basically this whole week I didn't play at all, and like last weekend because I was like I couldn't be asked to do it. Because unless I played from like, I don't know, 12 a.m. to like, I don't know, 7 p.m. I could not get in the servers. Yeah, that's shit. Like, and it was like shit because when I get back from work, it's already too late. Unless I instantly start playing.
That's crazy. Go ahead, Huey.
Also, news on Sea of Thieves. It will be their first PlayStation game in the developer Rare in their 39-year history. So, Rare, they're known for releasing games such as Perfect Dark, which is a Nintendo 64 game, and they're also notable for developing GoldenEye 007.
Some of the greatest games ever made.
So yeah, Sea of Thieves will mark their first time releasing their first ever PlayStation game.
And if I remember correctly, Perfect Dark is being remastered. I'm not sure if it's still being remastered, but I know that I did see that a remake was in development or started pre-production or something like that.
What will be released under? Will it be for PlayStation though?
I can't remember. All I just know is I saw the game in pre-production.
Okay. So news on Suicide Squad.
Okay.
So in a financial call, Warner Brothers, the publisher of the game, they stated that the game sales have, quote, fallen short and leaves their company facing in quotations, a tough year.
Yeah, no shit. We told you what would happen, and you still did it.
And this is a big shift. This is a big shift for them because Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling game for 2023, and now they've gone downhill due to the poor sales of Suicide Squad. So it's a big difference.
See what happens when you don't listen to the community? See what happens when you just get money hungry? I'm telling you, WB is allergic to money, like completely. They're just terrible at managing their studios, and I'm pretty sure they're the reason why Suicide Squad is the way it is. Absolutely. Well deserved. I'm hoping it is a wake-up call, and I'm hoping people don't lose their jobs over this, but seeing how the industry is, yeah, they're going to be layoffs completely. It's coming. If they haven't even got the notification that already, like, hey, they're going to be layoffs.
Be unfair though. I mean,
life is not fair, Huey. Unfortunately,
they had a good year last year. I mean, they managed to be out major games.
That year is gone. That's them. Them companies don't care about how good you did the year before. They care about now. Like, how can we beat last quarter? That's what these companies are doing. Like, we want more. That's why they turned Suicide Squad into a live. They tried to turn it into a live service, charging upwards of $30 for a skin. Meanwhile, Helldivers only cost $40, and you get a way better experience off of that. So yeah,
it's a shame.
And you got all this money, all these analysts, and this is what you decide to create. You couldn't tell that the community was just tired of this. Like, the gaming industry the community itself is just tired of the same old crap. Not to say they're tired of live service games, because technically Helldivers is a live service game. We're just tired of like just crappy ones like this, where it's clearly designed to just keep you playing as long as possible without actually making the game fun to play.
100%.
But continue.
Okay, Respawn, they're rumored to be developing a first-person bounty hunting Mandalorian game. So it'll be the same developer that were behind the release of the Star Wars Jedi series and Apex Legends.
I was kind of disappointed to hear that was in first person, but I will wait. Because I was hoping for a Mandalorian game, but I want to see my armor. Like, especially if I can like customize it. Unless it's going to be like Indiana Jones, that's first person, but there will be moments where it's in third person. Unless it's going to be like that, but I really was hoping for third person. I just prefer that.
Well, I just wish more companies would have both. You know what I mean? Just let me switch.
True. Like, yeah, at least just let me switch cameras.
Yeah, so for the Mandalorian game, it's rumored to have a fast-paced, frenetic gameplay. The Mandalorian Bounty Hunter will feature a jetpack, be able to perform horizontal dashing, vertical jumping, and boost sliding.
All the stuff I would expect. They may as well not even have wrote that, because that's what I would expect in the game.
Well, at least they gave info.
That ain't info. That's just stuff that we would expect. That's stuff that's in Cyberpunk.
And also, so there's a Nacon Connect event. It takes place 29th of February next week, 6 p.m. UK time, but 10 a.m. Pacific time.
What is this?
It's a gaming event. So it's a showcase event.
A showcase event. Okay.
So the games that will be showcased is Greedfall 2, Dying World, which is an action role-playing game, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, and also a new Terminator game.
Terminator game.
So the Terminator game is be a group of apocalypse survivors fighting to stay alive in a time period between Judgment Day and the creation of John Connor's Resistance.
What's the genre? Do you know? Like RPG?
Well, for the Terminator game.
Yeah.
There's no mention. We'll find out next week when the showcase is live.
Oh, okay. I'll keep an eye on it.
Before.
Have I played? No, I have not. There has not been one that's come up on my radar that made me want to play it.
Well, it's Terminator. I expect it to be action.
Yeah, I expect that, but I'm like, it's usually made by like lower developers, and it just doesn't appeal to me at this point.
I'm interested because it said it's open world survival. That's the term.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll take a look at that. I like survival games.
I'm curious to know what Terminator would look like in an open world scenario.
I'm guessing this is like while the robots are taking over.
Possibly.
You said 4-player, or just?
No, it just says open world survival.
Oh, just open world survival.
Yeah, there's no mention. It says group of apocalypse survivors, but I don't know whether it's going to be campaign based or online co-op based. There's no news yet. That's what it's revealed so far.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. Did you have anything else?
Only the update for Spider-Man 2, so it's 7th of March. They'll be revealing Spider-Man 2 suit.
I don't know why they took so long to get this. Just for a new game plus.
I don't know. They should have just added it in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how games usually used to work. I get there and it's already available. Now I gotta wait 3 months just to come. Thank you. Thank you, Insomniac, for making it available 3 months later. I would have preferred it to be there directly after I finished the game, but yeah. I'll check out these new suits and I'll play through it another time. It was fun.
The suits will cost though. It's
you say? Excuse me?
It's a microtransaction for the suits.
Oh my god.
$5 for 2 new suits.
Okay. So
you want me to just put one of the images?
I'm looking at them now because I'm looking in our Discord now at some of the pictures. I'm not paying $5. I've already paid. I'm not paying again. Sorry.
They have added 2 suits, or suits for Peter and Miles, which is free. Marvel's Hellfire Gala suits.
Some of these suits look trash. I'm looking at them now. And I'm gonna let you know right now, Adidas. Whoever designed that in-game suit.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's a terrible suit.
You know why they did it? You know they actually sold the suit on the.
Yes, I know, and it pisses me off that they force you to look at this trash right at the end of the game. I wanted to pick the original Miles suit for the end game. No, I have to wear this atrocity for the entire time. It's insane.
It was an advertisement.
Exactly, which is what bothers me more. Like, Jesus Christ, we're always being advertised to constantly. I avoid them at all costs. And now I can't even escape them in my games. It has to be in my face. Adidas shoes right there.
It was very weird. It was very weird, like an advertisement in the major part of the storyline.
It's insane. I'm getting sick and tired of it, honestly. This is the bad thing about, these games getting so popular, is that corporations have to weasel their way into our fun and ruin things for us, as they usually do. It would have been one thing if the suit actually looked good and looked like it wasn't designed by a 10-year-old. But it was, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you for educating us. Do you have anything else?
No, that's all for the week.
Oh, okay. I wanted to shout out this game that I definitely want to play. It's called Pacific Drive. Where it's been compared to like how Subnautica is. like as far as like a survival game where you got to take care of your car, like just about every aspect of it. Every time you come back to the shop, you got to repair it, and it's got an extensive skill tree. It just looks phenomenal, and like it tells its own story the longer you play. And every time you go out, you get further and further, and you gotta try to like dodge these anomalies and stuff like that. But it looks incredible. Go ahead.
The only reason, like I watched a review about it.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that instantly threw me off is that it's very like based on you need to be fast. There's always a timer.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
Like he basically said like you go into zones in Pacific Drive, and after a certain time, I don't know, like what would he call it? Like a storm is coming or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then you need to leave. And so you can't explore freely. Like there are some zones where you could do that, but the most you couldn't.
Oh, okay.
And it instantly made me feel like I do not know if I like that. It's like I want to play and chill, and not always be like, okay, I have 10 minutes, and then I need to leave.
Yeah. I guess it's like basically like going back and forth, like you're going to be constantly doing that, but hopefully it has enough interesting things to look at so you don't get bored. But I've only heard good things about it, so
yeah, the rest sounded good too, what the guy said in the review.
Also heard that the next Subnautica, I just saw this in passing, that the next Subnautica would be co-op, so I'm also excited about that.
To be honest, if it's co-op, someone might be able to get me to play that. Someone needs to hold my hand. I pissed myself. I'm not even...
I don't know why that game bothers me so much.
I can tell you, it's being underwater and you see nothing. It's literally like phobia. Exactly. I know I have it.
Yeah, it's like I feel a drop in my stomach. Like the further you keep going down, it gets blacker and blacker. And then
I tried it. As soon as I couldn't see anything, I was like, no, fuck this. I'm not kidding. I'd rather play other horror games. This is actually worse. It's the worst horror game I've ever seen. I'm not even kidding.
It feels like it's like this very it's like suffocating feeling of just being alone and like looking all around you in the pod, and there's just nothing but like miles and miles of water. Like that is just suffocate. It's a video game, but it still bothers me so much.
And you never feel safe.
Exactly, even in the shallow water.
Like when I see gameplay with like the super dark water, like there's literally zero light, and then there's this big ass sea monster coming.
Exactly.
I'm like, no, I do not care. Just no.
Yeah, that game terrifies me. But thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. And make sure to check out other videos on the channel. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
All right, see you later.